Hey, what's up? All right, so I want to tell you a bit about my story of trying to implement a living wage at my company. And we didn't have the benefit of starting with sustainability. The shameful past here is I started with a very unsustainable company, and what we're doing to change that. So a quick background on me and my team. We don't just make pet products, we're actually product developers, and the story starts in 2015, and we made cell phone accessories, and at that point we hadn't even been in the pet industry yet, and I hadn't even met PSC. The common thread, if you're wondering there, is just kind of the basic team of admin, production staff, and designers. All right, so for that company, 2015 was a rapid growth point for us. So we had grown 40% in revenue growth from 2014, and with that, we were kind of hiring people like crazy. We went, and I'm only talking about our production staff here, which are our hourly wage workers. And so we went from a production staff of 5 to 8, and we had to hire 3 temps. And at that time, which I thought was awesome, and it wasn't, I was paying my employees $9.84 on average for this production team. And I was really proud of myself because that's not minimum wage. And it was later on that I had met PSC, but we'll get to that. So in my life at this point, my job kind of sucked. I had a team that was not really happy. I didn't realize it, but they were underpaid. I was expecting them to go home with $9.84 an hour and do something substantial in their lives with that. And they weren't telling me this, but they weren't happy about that. And I wasn't happy because why am I doing this if what I'm doing is having no impact on anyone around me? So I really had to take a hard look. At this time, we also started PAW5. And I knew right then and there that if we were going to do this, we needed a partner with someone who knew about sustainability, and that's where PSC came in. So when I worked with PSC, they kind of gave me this framework to say, look, you can't just pay people more and expect them to be happy and expect this to work. So we went to the team and said, okay, we started the wrong place. We started with money. Now what are we going to go with? By the way, if you notice my hand shakes, I have a shake. So I'm not that nervous, but I'm pretty nervous. We came up with this as a team. I didn't come down one day and say, we're going to help each other and we're going to have integrity. I went to them and I said, I know it's not awesome all the time here, but when it is good, what do you like about it? And this is what they came up with. We like when we help each other. We know that we have integrity. Our products are good. And I like when we're thoughtful. I like when people look out for one another. And we all kind of realized we needed to execute in order to be a profitable company. I was transparent with them. We had a meeting as a whole team, and I kind of said, look, I'm going to come clean. I don't really love my job right now. I get the sense you guys don't. I really want to pay you more, but I don't know the path to get us there yet. Maybe we can work together on this. Here's what I want. I want us to love our jobs. I want to pay a living wage, but I want us to be profitable. I can't just pay you more and call it good. All right, so let's get to the outcome. There's this myth, I think, that business is zero sum. I can either pay my employees more, and that comes out of my pocket, or I can pay them less, and that goes into my pocket. But here's what we learned. In 2015, 8 employees, 3 temps, $9.84 average. Our employee count went down. 3 people willingly left because they said, I know this sounds hard to believe, I don't like this helpful, thoughtful integrity thing. I'm not into that. So they left. And so I hired 2 people and I said, start with the core values. I'm hiring you if you want to be helpful and thoughtful and have integrity and execute. If you love that, work here. And we pay pretty good too. The temps were gone, so we didn't have to kind of bolster our team with people who weren't buying into the culture. And our average wage went up to $13.50, and actually that was in 2016. As of today, it's closer now to $14.25, and then if you factor in overtime, which we give a lot of, pretty much across the board, people are making over $15 an hour, and that's well above the living wage in our area. So obviously this came out of my pocket, and we lost, not quite. Revenue increased another 22% that year with fewer employees, and our profit didn't increase the same amount; it multiplied. It was actually close to a factor of 10. And the reason for that I can give is magic. When people love their job, really crazy stuff happens that I still don't fully understand. So I'm going to try and prove to you that our employees are happier. It's hard to see, but this is our holiday party in 2014, and it's really sad. So no one's looking at the camera. This is the best group picture I could get. One guy got so drunk he threw up. And there's not a smile in the shot. 2015, it got a little better. I was able to get about 30% of the company to even show up, and most of them to smile for the picture. And this was all pretty forced. I asked them to do this. This was last year's holiday party. We're a team, finally. We're working together, and I hear Rebecca's point. We finally start to feel like a family, and it's really just starting for us. And this moment for me was pretty big, because I don't know. That's what I want work to be like, and that's what people wanted to work for. So my takeaway from this, for what it's worth, I needed to start with culture. I can't pay more and expect people to love their job. I needed to be transparent. I needed to come clean and let them know that I didn't make good decisions. And I definitely learned that business isn't a zero-sum game. There is such a thing as more with more. Happier people, more paid to them, and to be honest, the company is more profitable. I'm only going to wrap up with one thing, which is I came up with none of this. I took what other people were doing, I listened to PSC, and one of the things I'm most grateful for in my entire life is the community that PSC gave me, with Spencer and Steffi and Sarah really taking me under their wing and teaching me these things. So here's some books and talks I watched and read, and that's what helped me get here. So thanks.